all the new features you're adding. Um, One question that I have is I'm struggling to upload a custom list um, for retargeting. If I
Yeah.
can just, I'm not sure if I can get some help with. It's saying that the ad account needs to be connected to a page or something like that.
Mm,
Uh,
I think you posted in the group, right?
yes.
Okay.
Let me
Okay.
see again. Let me try. Um, I'll read. So I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, it says to create or edit a custom audience made from a customer list, your admin needs to add this ad account to a business. So I'm not sure
Hmm.
if if this is something maybe I could get some help on another time or
Yeah, there might be some extra
this.
verification that we haven't seen that one though. That's why we might not have a solution for that yet. But
Okay.
how you do it, I can just walk through the steps, and I think it's just some sort of verification she might need. Maybe it's not linked to, I mean, because it is like an email list, so it's like a little bit more
Hmm. Yeah,
intense.
that's what I have. The email. So I clicked on retargeting and then I clicked that one there. Yes. And
Yep.
then when I upload the list, create the name, and click on create yeah, I just get that message. Yeah.
Okay. We'll look into it. I remember. I remember.
Okay. Yes.
How you would do it
Thank
is
you.
I choose file right here. It uploads it. You can
Hmm.
launch the ad as retargeting. So this could be a retargeting campaign. Or what's cool
Okay.
is it also just builds it as a custom audience. So you can, without even launching this campaign, the custom audience is built. So you can come
Okay.
over here to lookalike audience and reach people who look like your email list as well. This one works really well. We use this one a lot for our ads that we run on
And
video.
and I think I watched another video where you recommend then people if someone's gonna do a lookalike and retargeting to set them up as two separate campaigns, right?
Separate. Yeah, that's how we kind of build it into Play. So you know exactly what's working because your cost per lead is going to be much lower, or cost per conversion is always going to be lower on retargeting than it is for new people. So
Okay.
looking it out, you can easily see, okay, this is my, instead of like having like a blended cost per conversion or click-through rate or whatever it is, by having it separated, it just creates a very pure A/B test, or not even a test, but you can just easily see like, okay, this is my cost per lead for new people. This is my
Hmm.
cost per lead for retargeting. So kind of help you
That
guide
makes
your
sense.
a little bit too.
Yeah,
Um, but
that's
that's
good.
how you build it out. So like whatever option selected here, this will be the one that's used in your ad. So like even if you have target interest right here, this will be the
Mhm.
one that's used to launch your ads. So whichever one you have
Yeah.
right here. But you can add,
Okay.
up to 15 retargeting in one audiences in one ad, or
Hmm.
15 like audiences in one ad as well.
Okay. Where are you guys finding the best return, like as far as like cost per lead wise being lower? Is it on lead forms or sending traffic to a website? Which type of goal? Um,
Lead forms for sure, but how we always do lead forms is that, well, first, like, yeah, for targeting, retargeting is always going to be the lower cost per lead. That's why even for your clients, I always recommend
mhm.
setting up a retargeting campaign for them first, because a lot of uh,
Okay.
people might set up, they might just focus all their time on reaching new people, but there's nothing kind of filling up that leaky bucket at the bottom. It takes multiple interactions for someone to buy. So that's why it's always good to have a retargeting campaign set up first. Even if you just choose this option of create an audience of people who have engaged with your Facebook or Instagram, this brings in
Okay.
engagement from ads. So people who liked your ad, commented, clicked on your ad, that's brought into this audience. So
Okay.
they could just tap this, just even at $5 a day, they're going to reach a lot of people. And you should always just have this campaign set up, maybe even first, and then
Okay.
lookalike
Build
audience,
on. That's a good idea.
because
Yeah.
it's like you can do all the work getting new people, but then there's nothing at the bottom kind of closing out the deal. So
Okay.
you set that up first, then you can spend, more of your time kind of maybe three other campaigns focused on new people, but you have your retargeting kind of at the base, um,
Base.
which
Hmm.
which is always being built up from new people engaging with your ad too. So it's always,
Because they're automatically added. Like if someone visits, okay,
yep,
gotcha.
it's always being built
And
up. Yeah.
sorry, I do want to interrupt on this. retargeting, like you're saying, Logan, it's amazing for Facebook and it will work wonders. And you do need to fill out that very last part of the funnel. But Google is like a whole different thing because for doing retargeting there, your audience needs to be big enough or the ad won't serve. So going for retargeting on Facebook might be the best option here, even if
Okay,
you're just starting. Yeah.
Yep.
gotcha.
Yeah, like
Hey,
Google has those requirements too. And probably I think we actually used to have the option on Google to build an audience of people who engaged like from your website. So we could just build
Mhm.
that audience and Play, but we had to remove it because people didn't just never had enough people in their audience, so the ads never served. But we're gonna bring in some
Okay,
specs and add that. But yeah, even for retargeting to your customer list, I believe the minimum is at least like 200 people, but really for it to actually serve a good amount is at least like 1,000 or so for
yeah,
retargeting to a
that's
customer
not
list.
bad.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I could
And
keep shooting questions, but I'll let someone else go.
hey,
yeah,
hey guys, how you doing?
oh, is that
Carl?
Scott? Hey.
God.
Hello. Um, Wanted your opinion on lead magnets. If you use them, if you do use them, what type do you use? Do you use there's a lot of services out there, Score and Outgrow and different things like that. So we're maybe trying to come up with a concept to go for top or middle of funnel instead of being like everyone else and going for the bottom of the funnel with which everyone does. But I've been doing some research a lot about lead magnets and I've messed around with them a little bit, but I would love your thoughts on that if you've created them or, you know, if you use any other service to help create them.
What's an example? Like you're thinking like an overall landing page with that's built out. What part of the lead magnet? Like
I'll tell you. So like something like I did like a negotiation guide for consumers to download 3 tips to make sure you don't get ripped off by a contractor. Download this PDF.
yep.
So it's a very, it's more of like a middle funnel, top of funnel type of thing. Calculators, how much will such and such cost?
Mm-hmm.
Use our calculator and find out. Things, quizzes, what will your room look like with, yellow paint on the walls? Just stuff that is a little bit less salesy and a little bit more in educational or informative to get people, just to get them in the funnel as opposed to saying, hey, we want to come from the home service space. Hey, you want to, we can come out and do a free estimate. And people maybe are not ready for that. So I just wanted to know if you guys did that or have any experience with that.
Yeah. What I've seen some other people do is that they'll still do lead form ads. Like the ad would be focused on like get our calculator or get this free report of something. And you would do that still with lead ads. And on the confirmation page right here, you can add a link once they fill out the lead form. Just add the link so they could like go to that file or the download of the file, but get their lead first and then just give it to them when you're creating your lead form. Add that link to the lead magnet here at the end of the confirmation page.
Sure, sure, sure. No, that's a good idea. That makes sense. What are,
And
if I get hardwood, how do I clean it? Just educational stuff.
it's good. Yeah, it's like thought plus it's like thought leadership a little bit too. Um, there's like a really good book called How Brands Grow. And
Mm-hmm.
the three principles of that are like the first is regularly reach all buyers. The second is be creative and consistent. And the third is like be in the customer's mind when they're ready to purchase.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yep.
so those are like the three. And I think, but if you did want to do the lead magnet, I would, you could easily add a link right here of the lead
Gotcha.
magnet.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Um, Logan, can some of these ads be run from one's personal Facebook account? I've seen people now that they have the professional account setup, they could run some ads or sponsor ads. Can the same be done here?
From their personal, like without having an ad account.
Yeah, without having like a business page. Not sure if that's possible uh
Mm,
through Play.
what they always need is an ad account. For example, let
Okay.
me come into mind. Like this is just some of the pages that I'm connected to. Some of these aren't business pages right here. These are just tests, but I do
Oh,
have an
okay.
account. So this is kind of, what I still have to link this to the ad account, but these aren't
Okay.
really business pages. These are just like representing the ad. But it does have to be linked to the ad account, whatever this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Okay.
Caro has a great playbook and video of like how to add Google conversion tracking to I think it's to your Go High Level pages, right, Caro? Or it's to
Every web page you have. And it's actually good that Scott's here and Alex is here because we've been sort of talking and testing, and with Scott we went through the whole thing of tagging.
Oh, yeah.
Uh
Thank you so much. Huge
no
help.
problem. No problem. I'm happy to help. And yes, we're bringing more information because now the next step will be tagging buttons for tracking clicks. So that's the next tutorial we're bringing, but we already have the page view tracking for Google. So that's going to be out there soon. I think some of the people here already have it, but yeah, it's going to be super game changing for Google. And then Julio is working on the Facebook Pixel one. So we should have those two ready by end of this week, I think, which is tomorrow.
yeah. And in this package right here, we can actually help you set up the pixels and everything in this package.
Well, that's great. That's actually the package I have. So do we just reach out to you guys through
Yes.
custom?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me drop our emails here on the chat in case you don't have them.
I got a question too, if it's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, everybody. Hey, I just signed up, I think yesterday and on the trial, but it looks really good. I've been using UpHex and we're doing more of a SaaS. So UpHex is more, I think if we're doing our own agency, so this looks like much better suited for our members. But I didn't get any welcome emails or anything. So I'm wondering how I can join the Facebook group and if there's anything else that I'm missing from signing up that I should be looking at.
That's weird. How can we get Tony, is that you speaking?
Yeah, that's me. Thanks.
Okay, how can we get, yeah, we do have welcome emails, whole onboarding and everything.
Yeah, I got
Mm,
the email for this, but I didn't get any of the other emails. So I'm not sure if it was after the
Oh.
trial kicks in or what's going on, but
Okay, we'll check. I don't know if you're open to dropping your email in this chat, or we can try to find you somewhere else and see why you might not have gotten those.
yeah, just threw it in the chat.
Okay,
Awesome.
cool. And then I'll follow up with to LC and then also invite you to the Facebook group because we post
Everything.
updates in there more
Awesome.
than email.
Awesome. And then I saw landing pages on the site, but I'm imagining because I'm using this with high level, so I imagine that's not part of the white label suite. I didn't see it anywhere, but
We're bringing like it's free for Play customers. It's at let me see if I could share the screen also. Let me know if it's coming up.
so is there any reason why you'd use that if you're using a platform like high level, which obviously has its own, and I don't know, might be a little confusing or much for people to try to.
Exactly. But also that we haven't white labeled this out yet. I don't know if you could see this.
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is very similar to how you build your ads. You just add a prompt and this will build a landing page. It's free for Play customers. We're going to white label this and bring it in, but we need to add more templates. And why we like this is because we can automatically add analytics to this. Like we already bring in Google Analytics automatically. We can add to the site and we'll be able to do the same thing with Facebook and Google Pixels. And we're still our main focus is on ads, but
Mhm.
landing pages are very important for your ads. So once we add more templates, we'll be able to white label this and bring it in. But that's also a big priority for us in Q1 of 2024. So we'll
Awesome.
have it being brought in, but it's at landing.site. I'll add the link in here too.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
On that, when you're importing a for a target audience, if you're importing a list, is it focusing mostly on the phone number, emails, and the name, or if I have their IG handles, what particular part of the CSV file is it looking for?
It's going to be mostly email and phone number because that's like what is tied, and like first name, last name, just kind of what's tied to someone's actual let me download the sample and I can kind of show you. I don't know if Instagram handles an actual field in here. Let me see if I could share this. But this is like the formatting that you can do. Let me see if I could share this. 1 second. Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
So these are the fields that you can potentially add in here. So well, a lot of ours are just really email, um, phone, and first name, last name. But this is like all the fields that you potentially can add into it.
Okay. Okay, good.
And that's why it's interesting because even though you upload a list, like Facebook won't be able to match 100% of those. So it's like they still need to do some matching where they'll try to get all of them, but that's why it's always good to have at least 1,000 because the minimum I believe is 200 people. So it's always good to have more because not
Max.
all of them are going to be matched.
Is there a maximum?
No, I don't, there's no maximum that I've seen.
Okay. So if I already have a list of like 80,000 and I upload my list, it's gonna look for lookalike audience to my list.
First, it's going to just build this audience. So you can like remarket, or so you can just like create a campaign and target all of these people if you want to. That's what it would originally do. So you can do that. Why we like doing it is because like emails like free. So we kind of just like retargeting to them is good if you have like a different offer or a different product, you can reach them. But we like doing this to build a lookalike audience. But you can just, when you build it, let me stop sharing this and share my other tab. So when you build it, this will just be on retargeting right here, and you'll see your list here, and you can like select any one of these. You can launch this campaign, or because you built that source for a lookalike audience, you can just come over here and tap create lookalike audience and select the name of that audience source right here and build the lookalike off that for a new people campaign. So you can do both. You can do both. But if you just build it one time, it's just going to be retargeting to that email list. Unless you build that lookalike audience off of it right here. And we actually just posted a YouTube video on our channel today about this because there's some questions about that too. So that video might be more helpful, but hopefully this helps too.
Yep, yep. Thanks.
Oh, we have a question on the chat from Femi. She says, it says if the list has to be clean first before uploading.
Clean, yeah, like it has to have, at least it has to have, let me just pull up this this formatting. Check out these, like the formatting guidelines in this, but it doesn't have to be, you don't have to spend like, an hour on it. It's kind of just make sure it doesn't have multiple columns of emails. Like it should just have one column for the email, one column for the first name, one column for the last name, and just put the header on top. So it should just be like, this is column A is for email, column B is for first name, column C is last name. That's all it really has to do. It's fine if it also includes duplicates. It doesn't have to, like it could include, multiple people who have the same email name. That's fine. But that's all you would have to do. Just kind of have those headers on top, and it could just be those 3 columns.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I'm the one who asked the question. So here's my question. Let's say I have a list, very big list that has all these extra fields. So what I'm asking is, and let's say I just upload those lists. Will your system have an issue figuring out which one is phone number and all that, even though I have all the extra list? Or it doesn't matter if I have all the extra list, it's just gonna pick out the email and the phone number as long as it has the header of those columns.
It will pick up all of those. Did you see that other like sort of sample that I was sharing a little bit earlier?
Yes, I saw the
Yeah.
one with the duplicates email
Yeah,
and phone.
like duplicate. It'll pick up like all of those. So that's why we have these in here. Check out both of these options. Like you could just download a sample and formatting guidelines. These will help you, but um, as long as you just title those columns, it should be fine. Even if you have like extra ones, like I guess is your question like if you have certain fields in there that aren't included in these, is that a problem? Is that kind of the
Yes,
question?
yes, that's the question.
Um, it's fine. It's fine. I don't, it won't be a problem.
Okay, great. And then another question. Let's say I'm using the retargeting option. Will the ad only go to those people in those lists, or will it try to pick up other people?
For this, if it's just retargeting, it will just go for people in that list for this.
Okay.
For lookalike, it'll go off people who look like that. But for this one, it's just people on that list.
Okay, thank you. I do have other questions, but maybe I'll leave this space for other people. And if there are no other people, I mean, I can ask my question.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can, if no one else has one, feel free to go for it. But here's one other cool thing too. Like, I don't know if we went over this in our last office hours, but what you can do now is that we have our integration with Dolly. So you can build images with AI now and just add your prompt right here to build out images. And you can also pull in images from your client's website right here too. So this one we just did for what is it, Kylie's makeup. So just two new features, especially if you're working with realtors. This will bring in images from their listings, and you could use these in ads. And also building out images with AI, it's still like pretty new. So like the click-through rate on these is actually pretty, it's not that many people are using AI images in ads yet. So just depending on your industry, try using some of these Dolly image generations right here. We have a video that we just did with it, but you can just add your prompt right here. We're gonna like give you some prompt templates and everything, but this could be a good feature for you to try out. It really stands out when people are kind of scrolling through their feed.
Sorry, where do you access that one from?
So you're gonna have to be on images right here, and you can just tap this icon right here.
Awesome, thank you.
And you can use our Dolly integration. And here, this is pulling in images from the website right here.
That's awesome, thanks.
So you can just add any URL that you want right here. We'll just bring it in from the URL that you add in your prompt, but you can add any URL right here. And you can also build your images out right here. We also have another image creation feature coming maybe like early next week. I think we'll have like this other really nice feature to help you build out your image ad templates for you and for your clients. But you could also bring them in, you know, from your Instagram page, your Facebook page, Shutterstock, which we're partnered with. So we take on the cost. This watermark automatically gets removed once you launch the ad as well. So these Shutterstock, these are the ones that we do, you know, our tests with. So you're more than welcome to use these as well. We take on the cost.
I had a question about the you mentioned if you're running $5 a day on say you got three different images and three different copies, and you said it says one is working better than the other. Are you just going in and deleting the one that's not working? So there's more of that revenue going, more of the money going towards the one that is?
Just over time, the budget will just shift to that better performing image or targeting option or headline or description for all of these, even for, you know, your keywords. The budget will just automatically shift to the higher performing option. So
Okay.
you could go in and pause them, but you could just leave them and the budget will just shift automatically to the higher performing option. Um, yep.
Okay. Yeah, I have one that I started at a certain budget, then I went up, then I went kind of went back down. It's weird because it told me that it was doing good, and um then it recommended that I increase the budget. Um, at when does it normally? What do you feel like? Why the reason it normally would tell you to increase the budget? Is it because of the data that one ad showing?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a new thing that we also added. Is that if you're below benchmarks here, we'll tell you what you should edit right here to make improvements. If you want to increase your budget, like we'll show you kind of this option right here. But we don't show it too early. We'll typically show it probably, I believe we started on week 2 is
Yeah.
when you should start increasing your budget um, around this time, just because this is above benchmarks and this campaign is overall looking good. So it's time for the next step just to increase this budget. If it's below benchmarks, we'll kind of show you what parts of this that you should make changes to, or potentially, um, you know, maybe even launch a new ad because this creative or this targeting um, isn't matching who you're trying to reach.
Right. And which one shows that someone actually purchased in this data? Or it
So
doesn't show it necessarily show.
it will show this is a lead. So like it just depends on your campaign goal. So like if you did a traffic goal, we will
Uh,
I don't think we show conversions because the goal is traffic. And
right.
if you do traffic, you might not have conversion pixels set up. But if you do conversions goal, this won't say cost per lead, it'll say cost per conversion. So it just depends
Uh,
on your campaign goal. We adjust the metrics that will show here. So if you do traffic, I don't think we show conversions because it's even though you still can get conversions, it's not it'll still show 0 because there's no pixel set up. Um,
and then when if you scroll over the CTR where it gives the definition,
yep,
um, so that means we want it to be below, like Facebook ads, we want our click-through rate to be above or below?
above. Yep, you
Above.
want it to be above. This is a really important metric because this shows how good your targeting is and your creative and like how well that's matching and resonating with your target audience. So having this metric high can decrease your cost per click right here. This is like what we really focus on building our ads around,
Right.
getting a very high click-through rate, which will decrease your cost per click, which
So we
results
want that to be under the cost per
in
click to
cost
be
per click.
under the
Yep. And this will
benchmark.
lead to a good cost per lead metric right here, or cost per conversion metric. But we definitely want this one to be high. Um, that's kind of like why we even called this company Plays, because it's all these advertising platforms play a game where if you can get your ad copy, your targeting, everything kind of matching to your landing page, just getting everything matching, it creates a very high ad relevance or quality score. And Facebook, Google, TikTok, they will reward you with a cheaper ad cost if you can kind of get everything properly structured, which is what our how we kind of generate your ads. Like how we do it is really focused on getting you this metric high.
Have you guys thought about having any type of like newsletter with just kind of educational information as to if YouTube ads is we like people tend to see more conversion on TikTok ads over YouTube or Facebook over Instagram. Like, what because the algorithms change, they say, and new data comes out. saying that, more people are shifting over to this platform and ads are doing different things.
It really depends on your industry too. It really depends. And like we help people across every industry.
Gotcha. I
I think-
understood.
Yeah, Carl, I think we have a playbook for like the first 3 campaigns. I don't know if we have enough time I think we're almost at time actually, but
We do
we do
have
have
plans for that.
yeah, yeah. We do have a playbook that kind of is like gets you started. I believe it's definitely Google search. Everyone should be doing Google search. It's kind of like the modern day billboard. I think like $10 a day for every client. Like the first campaign should always be some sort of remarketing campaign, a Google search campaign, just showing, especially if they have a local business, just showing up. I think this one is for like, we did one earlier where it's like eyelashes near me or local gym near me. Just showing up at the top of Google for everyone. It's just pretty much the modern day billboard. So having some sort of retargeting campaign up, Google search, I forgot the other one that we had in there, but yeah, we can look at doing more of like a newsletter sort of thing. We could definitely look into doing that.
Yeah, because what you just said was great information that I look at, like, yeah, Google search. Everybody Googles everything first before. So yeah.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah, and Rodney, one more thing. If you need help looking at metrics, checking numbers, KPIs, analytics, we're here for it too. We have strategic sessions just to go over that whole part of everything. Yeah, you can always book here on your profile section, and we can take a look at numbers and make decisions based on the numbers, which is kind of the important thing. So feel free to book.
Nice. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, yeah, I'll be interested in that. And then the last one, if let's say I'm running ads for webinars to get people into my webinars, what would be the best option for me to choose for ads?
Cara, do you want to go for it? I could.
Yeah, webinars, but I think it depends on what kind of webinars. What is it you're trying to promote? Classes for digital marketing or a product you're selling, because then that will shift what kind of platform you should choose.
So I'm trying to target a group of people like chiropractors to tell them about Go Eye Level, our own specialized version of Go Eye Level and all the extra services we provide to inform them, and then at the end of the day try to get them to sign up. So that's the purpose of the webinar.
With that email list too. Oh yeah, probably just do Facebook lead ads if you're trying to upload that customer list also. Probably try Facebook lead ads for that.
Okay.
Then I'd say Google, it's kind of a very specific query for a chiropractor to enter in Google a specific webinar to get leads. It's a very like you can do it, but the targeting will be maybe too narrow. So yeah, I'd say something like maybe Facebook and then uploading the retargeting list that can actually help too. So maybe just going for both of them and setting leads.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Cool. All right, everyone. Well, thank you all for joining. We'll definitely do this next week too, but I hope you all have a great new year. And yeah, we're excited for next year too and working with you all. So thank you for your time and we'll chat soon.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Yeah.